Everyone wants to have a better understanding for the building process for new construction homes that are built on your land. Today, we hope to answer all your questions, including some questions you didn't know you had. In this video, we'll be reviewing the process for building a custom home on your land or lot step by step. And at the end, we hope you're better prepared for the build process, whether you're working with Adair Homes or venturing out with a different plan. Okay, let's dig into it. First, you have to make a plan. Having a solid plan in place is a big deal when it comes to building your custom home. The longer the home building process takes, the more costs can add up. This is one of the reasons it's so important to know what to expect before making the commitment to build. Understanding the typical process for an on-your-lot build makes it possible to plan ahead. The more preparation you can do in advance, the more efficient and cost-effective the process will be. So how do you get started with your plan? We always recommend you start by determining your budget. Understanding the budget will help you realize how many of your wish list items you can include in your project. It might be a longer list than you thought possible. Sometimes cash buyers will glaze over this step, but this part of planning is important for everyone. Starting the plan for your custom home can be a little overwhelming, especially if you've never built before. Scheduling a consultation with someone with industry knowledge to provide some leadership as you are creating your plan is a great idea. An expert can help take some of the guesswork out of determining your budget. Adair Homes offers a complimentary consultation with one of our home ownership counselors, also known as an HOC, or more generally, as the person who helps you plan your home. The HOC will lean on years of industry experience to calculate an estimate of the total project cost. What does total project cost mean? So glad you asked. The total project cost, sometimes called the TPC, includes land, site development, and the construction of the home. The cost can also include things like appliances, landscaping, and window coverings. Really, it can vary and is something you'll determine during the early planning stages. Getting pre-qualified and understanding your total loan amount helps you identify how you allocate your TPC. Typically, you get qualified first and then work on your TPC, allocating money for your home, land, and site development. The world of construction lending has made some big changes. Adair has partnered with Alliance Financial Services as an innovative partner that offers multiple construction loan options, including the traditional all-in-one loans, as well as USDA, FHA, and VA loans, just to name a few. As an added bonus, they really understand the unique nature of an on-your-lot construction. Even if you don't fund with them, it's always a great conversation as you're starting the planning process. A benefit of being pre-qualified for financing early in the process is that you will qualify for a complimentary site visit done by one of the professionals on Adair Homes construction team. We will talk more about why you would want to have this done in a little bit. Location, location, location. With the budget behind you now, you can focus on where you will be building your dream home. Since Adair Homes has been at this whole on-your-lot thing for a while, we have some tips that can be helpful in finding the perfect parcel. Partner up. To find the right piece of land, finding the right partner can be really essential. We have a network of realtors that specialize in land deals. We are happy to pass along a recommendation based on where you want to live. Get creative. The best deal can often be found where a home already exists. A dilapidated home or an aging mobile home might be distracting, but the existence of utilities, impact fees, and road access could save you more than the costs of demolition. Act fast. If you think you have a piece of property that'll work for you, it's in your best interest to make an offer so you don't lose the land. You'll want to be sure to include a feasibility period in the offer so that if you learn it doesn't work for you, you can walk away without penalty. Your HOC can go into detail with all these ideas, and they probably have even more up their sleeve as well. Now that you've found land, you are now ready to determine what is needed to develop the property. This part of the process is often referred to as site development. This is a term that's thrown around, but not always one people understand. The best way to start out this process is by having an industry professional complete a site visit to evaluate the property. Remember earlier when I mentioned the complimentary site visit offered at Adair Homes? We also strongly recommend a jurisdiction visit at this time. Every jurisdiction has different rules and restrictions, which is why it's so important to ask all the right questions. And don't worry, the Adair Homes team can provide you with a list of sample questions. Still don't know what site development is? Site development might include tasks such as tree removal, installing a septic system, putting in a temporary driveway for construction vehicles, and excavation. Because every site is different, the requirements and associated costs will vary from project to project. Basically, it's everything that has to happen to the property aside from the actual building of the home. The site visit is also the ideal time to decide where on the land the home will be situated. Factors such as view, orientation to the street, and privacy considerations will help guide this decision. What's it look like? A good friend of mine is always asking the question, but what does that look like? So I think she might really appreciate this next step. With financing and land covered, it's now time for the design of your dream home. This is where you choose from a variety of floor plans or decide if you want a completely custom home. It's also at this time you start thinking about how you're going to personalize with your own sense of style. At Adair Homes, we have a design center where you can choose your finishes. Honestly, at this point, you probably already have a good idea because we know you've been looking at the design choices from day one. Every option included in our design centers are selected by our design specialists to provide enduring style and quality. Lots of name brands you can trust. When personalizing your home, you can choose custom cabinets and hardware, countertops, flooring, plumbing fixtures, paint colors, tile color and style, and more. For many people, this is an exciting time because it is when you can see the vision of your new home starting to come together. If you find all the choices overwhelming, don't worry because Adair Homes has some pre-selected packages that take all that stress out of the process for you. Still designing the dream. Creating a thoughtful, efficient, and value-engineered home design requires attention to detail and lots of experience. Most builders won't want to finalize the design until after the order is written. At Adair Homes, after the order is written, the design team can start on the concept floor plan. This is the part of the process where you can create custom kitchen layouts, change room types, upgrade bathrooms, move walls, add extra rooms, and more. The goal is to create a custom space that matches your lifestyle and future plans. This process can take as little as 4 days, but it'll take longer without a clear decision from the homeowner. At this point, the design team should provide a concept floor plan for your approval. Here's a tip. You will want to closely review your concept plan. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Even if you watch hours upon hours of HGTV, if you aren't designing homes for a living, there are lots of details that can be lost in the translation. After you've asked all your questions and you're confident in the plan you have with your builder, you can sign your contract and get the project rolling. It's important to note, when the contract is signed, changes may impact your budget and your timeline, so make sure all the information is correct at the time of the signing. So now we grab the hammer, right? Not quite. There are a few more steps in the planning process to complete before the actual building happens. We did tell you how important a good plan was. At Adair Homes, after the contract is signed, the drafting and design team is ready to complete the full set of construction drawings. This can take up to 45 days. During this time, they will create the construction documents that will be used to build the home. These plans incorporate the agreed upon floor plan, options, customizations, and finishes. We believe in the power of team. Every builder will manage the custom home process in their own way. At Adair Homes, we have dedicated professionals working on various aspects of your project. This allows things to keep moving forward, and it also means that you're working with specialized professionals at every point. While the drafting team is working on your plans, at Adair, you will meet with your pre-construction administrator, or PCA, who will guide you through the rest of the planning and permitting process. The PCA will be available to assist with questions about the jurisdiction and your responsibilities throughout the process. In the first meeting, they will create a schedule based on the projected start date for vertical construction of your home. After your plans are fully drafted, you will want to have a pre-construction meeting with your team. This meeting is your opportunity to get to know your construction team, understand any site responsibilities you may have, and get a clear overview of the steps in the construction process before everything gets started. A pre-con meeting is standard at Adair, but if it's not part of the process with your builder, be sure to ask for one. Now, after the pre-construction meeting concludes, it is time to submit your building permit package and construction drawings to your local jurisdiction. Now, every home requires a building permit, and depending on where the home is located, there may be other approvals required from homeowner associations, architectural reviews, or other requirements. Although it may seem like a lot of red tape, the permitting process exists to keep homeowners safe by ensuring that the home meets minimum code requirements. Now it starts getting real. Following the approval of your building permit, the next step is to prepare the site or site development. Like I mentioned before, the specific steps will vary depending on the project needs and the site features, but could include tasks such as clearing the site, coordinating the excavation, installing a septic system, job site cleanup, and connecting to local utilities. Adair offers a unique opportunity to its customers to gain sweat equity by participating in parts of their build. This includes the pre-construction preparation that we just mentioned. If you don't have time or desire to participate in the construction of your home, Adair also offers a turnkey option. It's construction time. After the site development is complete, construction of your new custom home will begin. The first step in construction will be to set footing forms. In addition to providing a level platform for forms or masonry, footings spread out the weight of the house so that the soil can carry the load. After the footings are in place, the foundation will be poured and backfilling will begin. Backfilling is the process of replacing or reusing the soil that is removed during building construction to strengthen and support a structure's foundation and allow for proper drainage of water. After the foundation is complete, framing begins. This is when walls, roofs, windows, and exterior doors are built. The framing for the inside floors and ceilings are also installed. After framing is inspected, exterior siding and trim will be installed, followed by roof materials, then rough-in HVAC, plumbing, and electrical will be installed, followed by insulation and drywall. Around this time, most builders will want to walk the home with you. If that isn't part of the plan, you will definitely want to ask for it. At Adair, we call it a pre-drywall walk. At a pre-drywall walk, your construction superintendent will meet with you on the job site to confirm the moisture content, explain the multi-point inspections, verify specific selections, and paint flooring breaks and cabinet layout on the floor. Your home is really starting to come together now. After the flooring is installed, it's time to hang the interior doors, put up trim, baseboards, and moldings, and install the cabinets and countertops. Finally, plumbing and electrical fixtures are installed, as well as hardware, screens, shower doors, and mirrors. With these steps complete, now it's time for the finishing touches. As your backsplashes are being installed, the rest of your home might be filled with tons of blue tape, but don't worry. This is the normal part of the process. In fact, most construction teams will want to walk the house with you to have you help spot anything that isn't quite right. You will want to make sure that these things are fixed before your home is considered complete. It's so much easier to make changes before the boxes are unpacked. After the construction of your home is complete, you will attend a home orientation meeting. At this orientation, you'll meet with your construction superintendent, review and enroll into your home warranty program, complete a final walkthrough, and finally receive the keys to your brand new custom home. Congratulations on making it through all this information. We would love to hear from you, so please be sure to comment below if you found this video helpful. If you have specific questions, we're happy to help with those too. You are now intimately familiar with the process of building a custom home on your land. We hope you're feeling a lot more confident too. Do you need an additional confidence boost? For some people, it can be comforting to know that Adair Homes has helped more than 20,000 families build homes. And if they can do it, so can you. Want more home building tips? You can also download more great information by visiting the Home Building Tips section of the Adair Homes website. You can find it directly by visiting adairhomes.com/HBT. We also recommend attending one of our Building 101 seminars. You will get lots of wonderful information on the process, but also be able to interact live and ask your specific questions. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today.